Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Firestar Tarot. I am Empress Egypt, and this is your weekly reading, okay? So today we are going to be doing some shadow work. We're going to be taking a look at the shadows within your life, okay? So when I was shuffling off camera, obviously a few cards did pop out, so I did title the video accordingly. This is a connection that is in disunion. There is no communication, okay? So this is a separation with no communication. I felt strongly that it was a karmic relationship. However, we are going to tap into it and find out what's going on, okay? So Taurus, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Rising, ascending is the same thing. So if you have Taurus in any of those placements, this will resonate for you in some way, shape, or form, okay? I do. Hey, one queen. How are you? So I will be tapping into not only the shadows, we'll be clarifying and looking at some things. We're going to be looking at why did you meet this person? Okay, we're going to look at why can't you let them go? And we're also going to look at what is it that you were learning from this person, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get some messages from Spirit first as far as overall energy goes, okay? And then we'll start tapping into the shadows of your life, Taurus, all right? So again, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Definitely check your placement. I have provided a link down below for your natal chart. You will need your date of birth, the time you were born, the city you were born in, that kind of information, and then it'll give you your astrological birth chart, which is actually really interesting. It's a long read, it's a good read, but it'll help you out in all these readings, all right? I'm doing really, really good. Very good. All right, so your first card out, Taurus, is Double Mission, Light Worker, Starseed, serve the world by being you. All right, Taurus, clearly my Taurianians are very grounded, but we're also very spiritual, okay? Matter of fact, my Taurus readings always do really well, and you guys purchase the hell out of my extended, so I love all of you guys. Thank you, Taurus, for your hard dedication to me. I appreciate it, okay? So obviously you guys are light workers, you are star seeds, we know this, okay? Definitely serve the world by being you, do what it is that you feel drawn to do, share that positive energy all over the world. All right, so let's go ahead and get a few more cards here. By the way, this card is absolutely beautiful. I love this card. I love the colors in these decks. I have combined two of my decks together, you guys. They're both light decks, so it is what it is. I still have not provided the links in the description box, you guys, for the tarot cards. I need to do that, okay? I will try to work on that, I promise you guys. Spirit, what else do we have for messages for Taurus, please? Light messages for Taurus, please. Let's see what we got, Taurus. Wow. We have Earth School. Interesting enough, right? My Tauruses, my Tauranians, my Toros, right? My earth element, right? Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Interesting, very interesting. So regardless of the bullshit with this relationship, I'm seeing a lot of signs, right? A lot of signs here with your energy, Taurus. Clearly, you guys, this is about that higher learning, right? It's facing the shadows so that you guys can grow and become just the beautiful Tauranians that you guys are. We also have Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided, right? So this is all about this divine guidance, this intuition, this trusting in the universe, trusting in how things work out, trusting in the divine process, even karmic relationships, trusting in the process, right? We also have I am sorry coming through, okay? Very strongly, someone apologizing here, okay? Defenselessness, righting past wrongs and uprooting, okay? Awesome. So I feel like, honestly, this is that energy of, we tend to not forgive ourselves. Like, we are really hard on ourselves individually as people. We really expect so much out of ourselves. And so automatically it becomes it's hard for a lot of Tauruses, again, because we are grounded, but at the same time, it's just this, we tend to be very, very, very defenseless. You know what I mean? But ultimately, I feel this really good energy. I do feel like, honestly, there's a lot of wrongs that have been made with you, Taurus, okay? And I feel like, honestly, that it's really hard to grab a hold of this because you can't right this wrong. I feel like, honestly, this separation has created a lot of issues with holding on to this person. So ultimately, I do feel like this whole I'm sorry energy is you basically, Taurus, letting yourself, being okay with, all right, like failing, like, things not working out. Again, we just hold ourselves so high that it's really hard to forgive ourselves sometimes, even for the things that don't work out that we wanted to work out really, really strongly. So I do feel like that's what this energy is. We also have trust the niggle, right? Trust that intuition, trust that funny feeling inside. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Okay, so I really do feel really strongly with all five of these cards. It has a lot to do with intuition, Taurus, okay? It has to do with being grounded and really making an impact when it comes to what your intuition is saying and what that niggle is saying, okay? So let's go ahead and get into your reading, find out what kind of shadows you are facing, Taurus, okay? Like I said, when I was shuffling off of camera, you guys, a few cards did really pop out. We had the Six of Cups in reverse pop out. We had the Two of Cups in reverse pop out. And then I also saw, let's see, I saw the Eight of Wands in reverse, okay? No communication. I think that's pretty much all I saw, you guys. So ultimately, that was the energy and why I titled the video the way I did. We'll see if this message still comes out strongly in the reading, okay? So let's go ahead and tap into your energy and see what's up going on. Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Taurus's energy, please. Show me the shadows within my Taurus's life. Show me the fears, the challenges, the problems, the negatives in their life, please, Spirit. Spirit, show me the shadows of Taurus's life, please. Ancestors among me, guardian angels. Show me what I need to see when it comes to my Taurus's life, please. The shadows that they're facing or the shadows they haven't faced, the problems in their life, the challenges, the uplifting, right, of the roots, the devastation, the problems. Show me what I need to see, Spirit, please. Okay, we have the streak coming out in reverse, you guys. So there's a lot of weaknesses going on, okay? We will be facing these weaknesses clearly. We also have the Seven of Emotions, right? Illusions within love, illusions within emotions, illusions within the things that are fulfilling to you. We also have the Muse of Inspiration coming through, okay? So I do feel like, honestly, what you thought this love was with this person, okay? You thought it was going to be long-term. You thought it was going to produce, right? You thought that this was going to be everlasting. Yeah, Three of Pentacles, Three of Materials in reverse. I do feel like there's a strong emphasis for a third party here. I feel like, honestly, your person left you and went to a third party here, okay? I feel like this third party energy, they're working really hard with the third party, and they didn't put that kind of energy with you, okay? That doesn't have to be for all of you guys. If this isn't a third party situation, this is just family or influence, maybe work, okay? But ultimately, I feel like with the Three of Pentacles, they're working really hard with this third party, okay? And because of this, it has you feeling weak. It has you feeling like what you thought this person felt for you, or what you thought you had, it was fake, right? It feels like it was just fake. Interesting enough, though, the Muse of Inspiration is coming out, all right, Taurus, which is telling me that there's still this passionate, ambitious drive within you that's still, urging you to push forward, okay? And this has to do with this intuition. This has to do with you trusting in divine. This is also because you're spiritually guided here, okay? Spirit, show me what else I need to see when it comes to my Tauruses, please. Way too many cards. So we do have the Five of Materials in reverse. So I do feel like, honestly, this person did leave you out in the cold, okay? And so this is why you're holding on to them, clearly, because they've left you like an option. Here's the Seven of Voices coming through. Wow. So I do feel like, honestly, this person walked away. They did not communicate with you why they walked away. Ultimately, they just kind of pulled back their energy. I feel like there were some things that this person had to say that they didn't communicate, or even you just feeling like you weren't able, like this person didn't give you a shot to be able to say the things you wanted to say, okay? I feel a lot of, it's like, even though there's shadows within this, it's like, it's hard to address those shadows because of the uncertainty. It's hard to get the closure you need because of the lack of communication. We also have the Hierophant, Taurus energy coming through. Here you are in your reading, Taurus, okay? Obviously being open-minded, being the teacher, being the student, right? Valuing spirituality, religion, whatever it is that you believe in. I really feel like, honestly, and this is crazy because it's already at the middle of the read, Taurus, your energy is definitely coming through in this reading, okay? We also have the Temperance in reverse. Here you go. Here's the energy of not reconciliating, right? Not having this person, not having communication, feeling like this person isn't gonna come back. Interesting though, the Temperance is still coming through, which means this is what you're hoping for. Okay, you're hoping for this person to reconciliate with you, but in the reverse, this is telling me that it's not happening, right? And so there is a strong emphasis on focusing on this not reconciliating. even though you want it, right? It's really focusing on being left out in the cold, really focusing on feeling like an option, seeing them work hard in third-party situations, whether this is a relationship or just focusing on work and not focusing on the work put into y'all's relationship. Again, there's a whole lot of all these emotions and all these feelings just being cut off, okay? Spirit, what else do you have for us here? Again, I feel like this person didn't allow you to express yourself to them, okay? I feel like this person didn't express themselves to you clearly. I feel like they may have told you things and didn't truly mean them, or vice versa, just didn't really tell you anything. Hey, Jason. We also have the Nine of Inspirations coming through. I do feel like, honestly, there is this urgency, not even an urgency, Taurus, but even though you're holding on to this person and even though you miss them, it's like 95% of the time you're good, okay? So it's not like your whole life is focused on this person walking away and no communication. But the reason you're still thinking about this person is because they have not closed this chapter, right? So I feel like, honestly, it was just like this. They left the door open so that if the other options didn't work out, they can come back kind of energy, right? I feel like with the Nine of Inspiration, there's this urgency to end out this cycle, but not ending out the cycle with you, okay? So I feel like, honestly, this weighs very heavy on you because, again, it's like they're leaving you hanging on, right? They haven't told you, look, I'm not interested in you. This is completely over. Like, they didn't give you closure in any way, shape, or form here, okay? Spirit, what else do we have here? We'll start facing the shadows right now, you guys. Right now, we're just getting the energy, okay? And then I'll start dabbing into some of these issues and fears, okay? But ultimately, your biggest fear right now, Taurus, is not having this person come back, okay? Not seeing this person again, not having a relationship with them again, not having reconciliation, okay? There's a lot of abandonment issues that I'm seeing here. There's a lot of masks being worn and emotions not being expressed. And ultimately, because these emotions aren't expressed with you, Taurus, it's going to leave you self-doubting, right? It's going to leave you second-guessing yourself, second-guessing your decisions, second-guessing your risks, the risk you should take, okay? Spirit, what else do we have when it comes to my Taurus energy? I feel like, honestly, with this Trust the Niggle card, I feel like, honestly, Taurus, I feel like you got the signs that this was not going to work out, or you got signs in the very beginning. It was like your intuition was trying to tell you that this wasn't the right person. And I feel like you went against your intuition here, okay? I really do. And I feel like that's why Spirit's trying to tell you, trust that niggle feeling. Trust your intuition. Don't go against your intuition. I feel like that's kind of why this situation is so hard for you to let go of. I feel like, honestly, Taurus, as grounded as you are, you saw the signs and you were like, I'm still going to take this chance, though, you know? We have the Hanged Muse coming through, okay? The Hangman. This is trusting. Remember, I was telling you, I really feel like you do trust your intuition now, though. I feel like when you got with this person, you weren't really trusting your intuition. There was something telling you something wasn't right. Like, I feel like this person told you a whole lot of stuff, but they really never came through. Or if they did come through, it wasn't in the way that you really needed them to. So ultimately, in the beginning, I feel like you weren't trusting your intuition, Taurus, but I feel like this connection really has you trying to dig deep and trust your intuition. So I feel like you're putting a lot of faith in the divine process. This is why you have that real strong emphasis with divine's, guiding you here, because you're trusting in him, you're trusting in her, whatever it is that you believe in, you're trusting in divine. And ultimately, you're okay with this issue. Like, I mean, straight up, I do know that you still want this person, right? You want to reconcile with this person. You hate being in this much pain. But ultimately, the Hanged Muse is still this energy of, you know what? If it's not for me, if it's not for me, right? Yes, I love this person. Yes, I want this person to value me and come back to me. But ultimately, it's not that you're not going to wait around forever, because I don't really even feel that waiting energy. I just feel this trusting energy. Even in the bad times, like, I feel like you really trust this process. Even though it hurts you like hell and you're feeling really sad, ultimately, you're still trusting in divine. We also have the Ten of Materials coming through, right? This is, again, having everything that you could possibly want when it comes to your home life, when it comes to career, prosperity, traditions, values, what you want to leave behind for your kids and your kids' kids. And if you don't have kids, just what do you want to leave behind for yourself? Like, what is it that you are aiming for? Like, what is your end game here? Okay. See if we can get a few more cards, Spirit. That's way too many cards, you guys. See if we can get a few more cards, and then we'll start clarifying here. But, all in all, Taurus, there's this, it's like this, it's not even strength. It's like this will to not give up, this will to, and I don't know if it's a will or if it's addiction, okay? I don't know if it's codependency here. I haven't really picked up on that yet, but ultimately I feel like you think about this person a lot. Not a lot like that. When you do think about this person, it really gets you down. You'll find yourself watching tarot readings here on YouTube or whatever the case is. But I feel like, honestly, it's like, you can move on, but a part of you doesn't want to let go. A part of you is afraid to fully let go because you're afraid that you're going to make a mistake, right? You're afraid that when you fully move on and let go, that this person is going to come back into your life. All right, so let's start clarifying here and finding out what's going on. I definitely want to dab into, obviously, this feeling of being abandoned here. I also want to take a look at what's going on with this non-reconciliation. Clearly, it's not that I don't care about your person, okay, Taurus. It's that I'm focused on the shadows within you. So I want to really focus again on why you're clinging on to this reconciliation, why you're clinging on to this person walking out of your life, why you're clinging on to this person not expressing what you think they really felt. Does that make sense? I feel like a lot of you guys, Taurus, it's like you feel like inside, like this is your person, right? You feel like this pull, this energy, like the reason you can't let go of them is because this is divinely guided, okay? So ultimately, you're really holding on to this person. And I feel like it's like, again, your perceptive is, you know what I'm saying? It's like blurred somewhat, because instead of focusing on you, again, it's this, everything you do is, well, if I'm afraid to walk away, he might or she might come back, and then it's too late because I've already moved on. It's this energy of, again, afraid to fully let go of this person. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of you guys are watching this person. And I don't mean watching and stalking, but there's a lot of, random days where you might think of this person and you go to check out their Facebook page or you go to check out their Instagram just to see what they're doing. I'm seeing this, I'm seeing this checking up on them and just making sure everything is good. And I think this is why you see that Three of Materials in reverse. This is a strong emphasis on focusing on what they're working on instead of working on you. So again, this is where we're going to really address these issues. But really quick, I do have a few questions I want to ask Spirit before we start clarifying here, okay? Let's see if we can get some answers here. Let's find out why you met this person, okay? Spirit, why did my Tauruses meet this person? Show me what I need to see when it comes to my Taurinians and why they met this person. Six of Emotions. Interesting enough, so that you could understand what it was to have an equal give and take in a relationship. I feel like, honestly, this relationship wasn't like that, Taurus. I feel like you put your all into this relationship. I feel like you put your emotions out there for this person, and I feel like they took it and ran. So ultimately, you had to fill that loss so that you could understand what the equal give and take was. I feel like this connection, you gave your all. I feel like, again, this person took it all. And so Spirit's trying to show you that. Divine's trying to show you, and that's what you were supposed to. Again, this is why you met this person, right? To have that so that you can, when you lost it, understand what it was or what it wasn't, okay? So why can't you let go of them? Page of Emotions, because they didn't communicate emotions with you, okay? So if this person had actually told you that they weren't interested in you, if they had said there were things inside them, if they had given you the closure that you needed, if they had actually fully closed that door and ended out the cycle the right way, you wouldn't have this codependency on this person. You wouldn't still have this lingering feeling of what are they doing, okay? So what is it that you're supposed to learn from this person? What is it that you're supposed to learn from this person? Spirit, what is my Taurus supposed to learn from this person? Show me what I need to see, please. What, mamas? I'll feed you right now, honey. She's very vocal. I don't know if you guys can hear her or not. She's very, very vocal. What? Show me what I need to see. What is my Taurus's, what is it they're supposed to be learning from this person? Spirit, what are the learning lessons from this connection, from the loss of this connection? What is the learning lessons from the separation in this connection? Show me what I need to see, please. Two of inspiration. I feel like, honestly, Spirit wants you to learn failure. I feel like Spirit wants you to be hesitant when it comes to taking new paths. Not to not do it, but to be a little bit more hesitant. I feel like maybe you rushed into this relationship, or maybe not even rushed into this relationship, but maybe the emotions rushed into this relationship. Ultimately, though, this relationship is supposed to teach you how to not take new beginnings so quickly, or how to be cautious before stepping into a new adventure, with a big emphasis on really looking inward. I don't know why she's crying like that. I don't know if you guys can hear or not. I apologize. Skitty, no. Her name's Skitty. Skitty. Oh my goodness, she must see a cat outside or something. I don't know why she's doing that. I apologize, you guys. So ultimately, yes, right? Why did you meet this person? So that you could understand what it was to not have this equal give and take, so that you could understand what it was to have. Okay, basically, so that you could learn the equal balance and give and take when it comes to emotions, you had to go through a relationship that was not equally given and taken, right? Again, I feel like you gave all of you, this person took all of you, right? So there wasn't that equal give and take. Thus, in return, this is why you met them, so that you could understand that, okay? Why can't you let this person go? Because they didn't express these emotions with you. They didn't give you closure. Ultimately, Spirit wants to teach you how to not rush into things so quickly, not to take a new adventure, a new passionate beginning just yet, okay? So there is a holdup for some reason. Obviously, there's something for you to learn. We're going to dive into the shadows and find out what it is. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Four of Materials. I do feel like, honestly, you're really holding on to this person, okay? It's not controlling. It's not anything like that. It's just possession. It's holding on to it. You're afraid of letting go of this person because, again, you're afraid that if you let go, you might let go and this person comes back. There's a huge emphasis here on afraid of letting go, okay? And it's important to understand that fear is a issue. Fear will hold you back, okay? Again, Spirit's telling you not to take a new adventure. You're not supposed to right now, okay? I don't know why. We will clarify and find out, but I do feel like there's something in this moment of taking the time to work on you, and I think that's why Spirit's saying, hey, hold off on this new passionate adventure. Hold off on a new connection, hold off on intimacy, hold off on this creativity when it comes to leading into emotions and on the relationship side, okay? This isn't going to be, like art or like taking a new hobby in. This is not what I'm feeling with this card. I'm feeling Spirit telling you to hold off, focus on yourself, figure out what it is that you're supposed to learn from this connection, figure out how to set up these boundaries so that this doesn't happen again. I really feel like this is a real big wake-up call for you to really focus on you, Taurus, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify a few things here. Clearly, I want to know why the Lion is here in reverse, why the Strength card is here in reverse. What weaknesses are you facing right now? Yeah. So your weakness right now is the fact that this decision, you feel like this person walking away, this decision wasn't made by divine. This was made by this person. You feel like this person didn't express to you straight up how they really felt. You feel like this person really cares for you and feels the niggle, right? You feel like your person is going against their intuition. You feel like your person and you have a connection that is divine. You feel like this is your long-term, this is your ending partner, right? This is it. This is the twin flame connection. But ultimately with the blasted tower in reverse, this is, you know that divine didn't make this decision. You feel like your person did, okay? So you feel like, honestly, this connection was meant to last, okay? And it didn't. So ultimately, you're really feeling this, and it's making you feel really weak here, okay? Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to the Three of Materials in reverse. What is going on with this third party situation, or the hard work being emphasized on the outer, right? What is going on here with the Three of Materials in reverse? The Chariot in reverse. So I do feel like, honestly, and this is major arcana here, so I do really feel like, honestly, you feel like this third party pulled your person from you. There was this injustice that happened, and you feel like, again, this wasn't divine. You feel like this was human intervention, right? Not even intervention, just human interference, okay? You really feel like the hard work that's being put into this third party is, again, it was a pull. Like this third party pulled your person in, okay? I also feel like, honestly, I feel like you feel like your person doesn't know the difference between good and bad, or what's good for them and what's not, what's not here. And I really just, again, I feel like this is why you're checking on them. You're checking up on them because you feel like they made the wrong choice. You feel like, again, you feel like they were influenced by this third party and pulled away, and it's not fair, right? It's not, it doesn't feel, it feels very black and white, either one way or the other. It doesn't feel right, Again, you feel like this person didn't trust their intuition and they went against their intuition here. Spirit, why is the Temperance here in reverse? What's going on with the Temperance here in reverse? What is this non-reconciliation? Show me what I need to see, please, when it comes to the Temperance in reverse. Yeah, the Devil in reverse. So I feel like, honestly, and I'm not saying that this is the reason why there's not reconciliation, okay? But ultimately, it's this feeling that reconciliation's not happening because of addiction. So I feel like, well, not even addiction, the release of addiction. So I feel like, honestly, when your person walked away, or your person feels like the reason they can't come back and reconciliate is because if they do, there's addictions within you. There's codependency within you. Maybe this person depended on you more than you understand. Maybe they didn't express it. Maybe they didn't show it. But ultimately, I feel like your person had some sense of codependency. And if they didn't have codependency, there was an addiction that you weren't aware of, or maybe you were aware of here. But ultimately, they feel like the reason they can't reconciliate with you, or even you, Taurus, might be feeling this energy that you can't reconciliate with them because you know it's an addiction. Whether this is lust, whether this is literally drugs or alcohol or codependency, ultimately the reason there's no reconciliation is because you guys are the perfect drug, or vice versa, they are your perfect drug, okay? We also have the Empress. Yep, most definitely this is still your energy, even though this is, it's not technically your card, Taurus, but you are the counterpart, right? You're looking for your counterpart, this person who walked away from you, right? So I do feel like, honestly, this person at some point felt very codependent on you. Maybe even felt like you were an addiction. Maybe they didn't realize the reality of what you were, and maybe they saw you as an illusion. Maybe they saw you as tempting. Maybe they saw you as, again, an addiction, right? Let's see. What's this left out in the cold? Why is the Five of Pentacles here in reverse? Show me why the Five of Pentacles is here in reverse, Spirit. Show me what I need to see when it comes to the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, I do feel like, honestly, maybe, financially this person just couldn't take care of you anymore here with the Five of Pentacles. There was a lot of financial trouble, okay? There was a lot of material trouble here. So ultimately, this being left out in the cold, I feel like they didn't, and I feel like this is why you're looking at them working on it with someone else, because they didn't work on it with you. They let you go out in the cold, right? They let this material trouble become the breakup here. And maybe this material trouble isn't actually finances. Maybe this has to do with just something that's materialistic, people, places, and things that really played a part. Whether this was that outer influence or family, maybe family didn't agree with this. Ultimately, though, this Five of Pentacles energy is that material trouble. Okay, so trouble in the home life, trouble in the relationship, trouble just trouble in the home, period, okay? Knight of Wands energy. This is someone who I feel like honestly you started getting the signs when the sex went away, when the passion went away here, okay? I feel like honestly the reason this person walked away was because they don't know what you are. They don't know that you're loved. They don't know. I feel like honestly they don't know how you really feel, because it was like once they walked away, when you expressed how you really felt, or everything really started to come out, this is why they pulled away and had no communication, because they knew they couldn't talk to you because you weren't clear, right? You were caught up in the emotions of the loss and grief. It's like this person died, right? You're caught up in the grief and the sadness of it. So ultimately, I feel like they pulled back their energy, right? And I feel like when they pulled back their energy, and even before they even broke up with you, I feel like ultimately, or maybe they didn't break up with you, maybe you guys just agreed to end this, but ultimately, I feel like the passion stopped at the end of this relationship. And this is when your intuition was trying to tell you that something was wrong, and you knew something was wrong, but you still tried to work on it like anyone should, right? I just feel like there was a lack of communication even towards the ending, okay? But ultimately, at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Four of Cups, okay? So your person doesn't know the difference between love and lust. Your person doesn't know the difference between passion and emotions. I feel like your person is all over the place when it comes to love and passion, okay? So what's going on with the Nine of Inspiration here, Spirit? Why is the Nine of Inspiration here? And then, of course, I want to clarify why your energy is coming through, okay? I mean, clearly this is your reading. It should, but I just want to make sure there's nothing else. Eight of Swords energy, yeah. I feel like, honestly, I feel like this person ended it really quickly, just really short. It was really short with you. Again, but you have to understand this is that outside influence, okay? So even if this person did have emotions and wanted to communicate things with you, they still chose not to, okay? They still chose to allow this interference to end things with you very abruptly. Yep, King of Cups, your person, right? The Chariot of Waters. I just feel like this person, I feel like this person has love in them. I just feel like anytime they may find love, they may cut it really quick. I feel like they're afraid to be weak here, and that would explain too why the Strength card's coming out in reverse, because again, energy is very fluid. So ultimately, I feel like Taurus, your person was weak, or they feel weak when they express their emotions. So I feel like they run from things when that happens so that they can seem like the strong person, right? Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to the Hanged Muse, please. Why is the Hanged Muse here? Why is there stagnation? The Hanged Muse, the Hanged Man is about stagnation, okay? There's a lot of stagnation. And I don't know if this stagnation, yes, you're trusting in God, but are you creating this stagnation, or is divine creating the stagnation? And if this stagnation is created by you, why is it that you're being stagnant? Like, why aren't you moving forward? And again, it's this strong emphasis, though. I feel like divine's letting you be stagnant on purpose. They want you to go within, heal yourself, understand what was wrong in this relationship, understand what it is so that you can make healthier choices when it comes to love, right? Not allowing somebody to take all of you, setting up boundaries, creating that value, that self-value, that self-love, that self-respect, Ultimately, all these separations and no communication relationships, they're actually the opposite. They're not a relationship. It's a death. It's a loss, right? Yeah, let's see what's going on with this stagnation, okay? Why is it that Spirit wants you to be stagnation? Like I said, I feel like it's, again, to make healthier choices, to, again, focus on you, right? Self-value, self-worth here. Spirit, what do we have for the Hanged Muse? Show me what I need to see. Princess of Cups and Princess of Wands. Yeah, I feel like, honestly, Spirit wants you to really focus on you when it comes to what is passion and what is love, and what kind of passionate connection you want and what kind of loving connection you want. I feel like, honestly, Spirit really wants you to focus on the passion and emotions behind this connection and the separation from it, because there's something to learn within that, okay? Spirit, why is the Ten of Materials here? Why is the Ten of Materials, the Ten of Coins here? Three of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. So you feel like your 10 of Cups is in this third party relationship. You feel like your happy place, your home, your long term, your commitment, everything that you possibly could want as far as abundance goes is in this third party situation. Yep, Six of Pentacles, Five of Cups in reverse. Yep. You're really focused on this person, Taurus, and because you're so focused on this person walking away, you're missing opportunities right in front of you. This is why Spirit doesn't want you to take a new passionate direction with this person, okay? Six of Pentacles, that equal give and take, right? Spirit saying, hey, look, don't start a new passionate beginning with this person. Don't even start a new passionate beginning with anybody else until you fully understand what is this equal give and take, okay? And strong emphasis on passion and emotions, not just emotions here, okay? So again, focusing on the creative side of the relationship, the intimacy of the relationship, the drive, the ambition to hold on to the relationship, whatever it is, to work on it, whatever it is, but ultimately that, and then the emotions in it as well. So the love, the unconditional love, yep. And be clear with this equal give and take with you. You don't need anybody else to answer this for you. You need to answer it on your own first, Taurus. You need to understand what is that equal give and take. We also have the Seven of Swords, the Lord of unstable effort. Yeah, I feel like, honestly, again, strong emphasis on the instability in your life, the instability in this relationship. I do feel like, honestly, this relationship, Taurus, has shown you what it is for someone to not be stable so that you could understand that that's what you wanted in a connection. Without having it, you wouldn't have known what it was. Yes, you know what stability is. It's not what I'm saying, but ultimately you couldn't feel what that stability was until someone was unstable, okay? You couldn't feel, what's the word I'm looking for? You couldn't fully grasp the understanding of what equal give and take was. Like, you always hear that saying, 50-50 in a relationship. And I remember before I fully understood what that was, I would always say, I don't want a 50-50 relationship. I want a 100-100 relationship. I want somebody to put in everything and all of them just as much as I am. But that was because for the longest time, and I'm a Taurus sun, so I totally relate. For the longest time, I literally thought that I was supposed to give all of myself away. I didn't understand that I had to save half of myself for me. So again, I didn't understand that concept of 50-50. Even though I've heard it and I knew what it was, I didn't fully understand it. And it wasn't until, again, heartbreak, very similar to this, feeling unwanted, not having communication, not being clear with how this person feels. They walked away. And ultimately it comes down to, because I allowed them to take all of me. I allowed them to take every single ounce of me, and I willingly gave myself away. So ultimately, I feel like that's what this equal give and take is. I feel like, honestly, the reason things haven't been stable for you, Taurus, is because you're giving all of yourself away, straight up, okay? I feel like this is where Spirit's trying to say, hey, look, you need to really evaluate here what's passion to you, what you want when it comes to intimacy, what you want when it comes to love. Obviously, with the Seven of Swords here, I know, Taurus, you want stability, you want consistency, okay? And as an earth sign, of course, we're grounded individuals. Anytime something doesn't feel stable or consistent, it can make you go haywire. And so that would really explain a lot of why you can't let this person go. They didn't communicate with you. They weren't stable. They weren't consistent. There wasn't an equal give and take. So ultimately, you're left wondering what the hell, right? Definitely focused on this person, again, because you feel unstable yourself, because this person has left you unstable, okay? Ten of Swords, the bottom of the deck. Okay, in reverse. Ultimately, this is ending that cycle of ruin. Like, I feel like, honestly, Taurus, you've really been in your head here, okay? And maybe you've been watching too many tarot readings that are telling you that Mr. Right's coming back to you, okay? It's a crock of bullshit. I'm not saying that the energy is not real, the energy can't come back, but ultimately, it's telling you what you want to hear, okay? And if you're going to sit there and watch these tarot readings and sit there and watch them 2 weeks, 3 weeks in a row and constantly waiting to have somebody tell you the things you want to hear, you're never going to move on in life, and you're always going to stay stagnant. So it's important to, again, face the reality that this person's not coming back. It doesn't matter if they do come back, but ultimately you need to face the facts that this person's not coming back. You don't need to start a new passionate beginning with this person to be able to be happy, okay? And so again, yes, we will have a love reading, and I'm pretty sure some of the love readings, because the way the energy comes through is sometimes, yes, very heavily in my love readings, it is this person coming back, right? It is this person in a third party relationship having issues in the third party relationship because they didn't see you for what you were. But ultimately, you can't sit there and wait on this person, Taurus. This is why I do shadow work readings and then general love readings, because yes, it's nice to hear the possible positive outcome, but it's also good to have the actual reality outcome, okay? Or if not, just the negative outcome. So it's kind of like looking at things in a positive light and then coming back to the negative light. That way you guys fully understand both scenarios and both situations, okay? And I think what's really important here, Taurus, when you focus on your shadows, is to understand that even your person, if it's not this person, it's someone else, ultimately, when you work on yourself, okay, when you create these boundaries, these, whatever you want to call it, I won't say walls, because if you put up a wall, nobody can get over the wall, nobody can get through the wall. So you just have to create hurdles, boundaries, bumps along the way so that this person can't come in and just take everything, right? Or ultimately so you can't give it all away. But again, it's just important because once you acknowledge this and you create these boundaries, then you will attract someone who has been through the same thing and is ironically has gone through the same thing and has created these boundaries. So let's go ahead and pull some overall advice and just see what's going on here with this connection. Something already came through. We have love, unconditional love. This is about oneness though, right? This is like Bob Marley's One Love, right? Ultimately, unconditional love, you have to look at it as an energy and not as a expectation of what you should feel in a partnership, okay? When we talk about unconditional love, it's important to understand that unconditional love is self-love. You can't love somebody if you can't love yourself. I don't care how much you sit there and lie to yourself and tell you, oh no, that's not true. I don't have, a lot of love for me and I love somebody hard. Okay, well, that may be true, but ultimately that person's not going to love you because you don't love yourself. So you don't have unconditional love. You have a one-sided love. You have a narcissist relationship. So ultimately, it's understanding that this unconditional love, this oneness, this one love comes within. Once you love yourself, that energy radiates and bounces off on people all around you. And even if this person or these people that are around you are negative energy bloodsuckers, ultimately you're going to be able to have this love for yourself and you're just going to be like, I have no time for it. I have no time for negative energy. So this love is very important, Taurus, okay? This one love is the answer to all of your problems. Once you start loving yourself and you have this oneness and this passion for yourself, like you do this person that walked away from you, you're going to have that equal give and take, what you're looking for. You're going to have the answers to all the questions you've had because you will be in a different mind state. You will be in a different place with this self-love, okay? This oneness, this unconditional love that, again, nobody else can give you. Only you can. All right, Spirit, what else do you have? Yep, what I say, karmic relationship. I do feel like this person was a karmic relationship. I know, Taurus, it's probably not what you want to hear, okay? You probably don't want to hear that this person that you love, that you can't let go of, that you feel like you're trusting your intuition and it's a soul contract, because all those tarot readers told you that it was. Ultimately, I feel like this person, regardless, again, if they come back or not, okay, let's just kind of forget about them as much as you can, Taurus. Even though this relationship didn't work out, even though this relationship ended, I promise you there are accomplishments within this connection. There is something that you are going to take from this connection. There is something that is going to make you grow. There is a different way you're going to look at things, and ultimately you will attract somebody better. You will become somebody better, okay? So I do feel like this was a karmic relationship for you, okay? It's not saying that this person can't come back around, okay? It's not saying that those readings that told you that this was Mr. Right and your soul flame, your soulmate and your twin flame, not saying that that's not true and that it's not going to come around. But what I'm saying is that in this karmic relationship, there was some bad karma involved in this, okay? So whether this was bad karma that was coming back to you from something in your past, or whether this was just this person's bad karma rubbing off on you, and unfortunately, it's just kind of what it was. But I do feel like there was a lot of turmoil, okay? I feel like there were a lot of triggering moments. I do feel like there was a lot of resentment, but there was also lessons and lessons to learn by letting go, okay? And I don't feel like you've completely let go. You wouldn't have clicked on this video if you had completely let go of this person. So ultimately, this is why it's a karmic relationship, because you can't let go, okay? When you can't let go of someone, that's because there's something still that you have not learned, okay? Again, whether it was self-love, oneness, creating a boundary, you know, forgiving this person for the fucked up things they did, or more importantly, forgiving yourself. But ultimately, if you're still clinging on to this connection, I don't care if it's a twin flame or a soulmate connection or not. If you're still focused on this person and they're not giving anything to you, they're not giving communication, they're not being clear, they're not communicating, they're not talking, they're not with you. If they're in another relationship, if they're married and they have kids, whatever the situation is, ultimately, if you're still holding on to them, there was something that you didn't learn. Okay, so it is about letting go, but more importantly with this card, it's about letting go and loving you. Okay, Spirit, show me what else we need to see when it comes to, yeah, talking, interested in conversating more, right? Awaiting messages, awaiting an email hovering over your phone. Yeah, straight up. I feel like, again, I feel like you haven't fully let go of this person, okay? It's important to understand, Taurus, regardless if this is twin flame, regardless if this is soulmate, regardless if it's karmic, it's important to let go. If this person has walked away from you, there is no reason to hold on. By you holding on, you are creating addiction and codependency yourself. If this person has left you like an option, then acknowledge them for what they are, as an option. And again, start focusing that work, that focus on you, right? Loving yourself. Again, I feel like you're just sitting there checking your phone. Every time you check your phone, I feel like you're hoping to get that text message. And hey, I'm not talking shit, Taurus. I've been there. I have been there. You know, if you have to delete your Facebook, block this person, right? Block their number. I know it doesn't help when you can unblock it, but ultimately knowing that you're going to cut off this tie, you're going to start focusing on you. You know, I mean, again, you're still wanting conversation with this person. You're still waiting for them to call. You're still waiting for them to email you, whatever, message you. But ultimately, you're taking that focus off of you. Does that make sense? You're putting all your energy on them when they already took all of you. Do you get what I'm saying? They already took you. They took you and made you feel like an option. They made you feel like you weren't worth it. Like you were uncertainty to them. You know, and it's just, I know it's hard. I know it's really hard because it hurts. It hurts like hell to be rejected. It hurts like hell to be left and abandoned. Yeah, it hurts like hell to be stabbed in the back. I get it. I fully get it. But again, if this person has made you feel this way, what is this attachment towards them? Why do you hold on to someone who makes you feel like an option? Why are you holding on to someone who has you in pain, who has you crying, who has you heartbroken, who has deceived you and lied to you and made you feel like less of a person? Again, someone who has stabbed you in the back, right? I know it's hard to do. Letting go is the hardest part. Yes, it hurts when they're gone, but letting go is way harder than the pain that you're going through. Letting go and fully walking away from someone, again, is the hardest thing to do. It is, because it's loving yourself. You know, we as humans, we are so hard on ourselves. We do not forgive ourselves. And we are the last to completely love ourselves the way we should be loved. Okay, that self-value, that self-worth, that self-wealth, right? Ultimately, we are willing to give all of our energy, our time, our love, our effort to someone or something that does not give it back. And we won't sit there and just turn that energy around on ourselves and love ourselves and put that energy into ourselves. And so ultimately, we are our own deception. We are our own heartbreak, because at any point you can turn off the switch and walk away. You can say, you know what? I love myself. I love myself enough to not put energy on people that are not deserving of my energy. And, you know, clearly, if you want this person to come back into your life, do you want this person like this, or would you want them to change? You know? And ultimately, you attract what you are. So if you are still in this current energy, Taurus, you're going to attract them in the same energy. You're not going to attract a new them. What are you expecting? Just because You love them for them to change who they are and come running back to you and tell you everything you want to hear, and just have all of a sudden within 1 second just have an epiphany and be exactly what you expect them to be. That's not the reality of how we are as humans. Okay, nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes. We all have issues. Okay, for the same reason this person ran from you is the same reason why you chase them. Okay, different equation, but same negative, same bad, right? Paradise, yep. This is all about expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness. Here we are with the oneness again, Taurus. Okay, this is about you. This is not about being playful with your person. This is not about being happy with your person. This is not about expanding with your person. This is not about being joyful with this person. Okay, this is about happiness and expansion within you. Okay, this is about you opening up and fully loving yourself for who you are, so that you can attract what it is that you deserve. Okay. I mean, yes, I do feel like honestly you want happiness with this person. You want joy and expansion. You do want to expand with this person. You do want happiness with this person. But the reality is that you don't have it. Okay. That's the reality. The reality is that this person has walked away from you and won't even give you communication. But you expect them to come back and tell you everything you want them to, what you want to hear, right? Everything that you think they feel, that they have worn masks with, right? Spirit, what else do you have for my Taurus's energy? Oh, interesting. Very interesting. I can't make this shit up, the mask, right? Yes, this person could most definitely be holding back their emotions, okay? This person can most definitely be not expressing themselves, expressing their emotions with you the way they should. Maybe, again, they're in their ego and their pride and they can't express how they really feel because then they're weak, okay? But regardless, there's still the gaslighting, deluding type of energy here, right? Telling you what you want to hear, okay? I feel like if this person comes back around with this energy, it's going to be the same thing, because you attract what you are. So if you're in this energy, you're going to attract the same damn thing you had before. Feeling dependent on this person, feeling codependent, the same person coming back, not really expressing how they feel unless they're left like an option themselves, and then they come back to you because they left that door open. But ultimately, I feel like you're wearing a mask here too. I feel like you're not being truthful with yourself here. I feel like you're hoping and praying that this person comes back, but you haven't actually told yourself that, hey, maybe there's a chance that they might not come back. Maybe I should stop listening to tarot as much as I do, because it's leaving me down this waiting for this person to come back, right? Tarot can be good, but tarot can also be very bad. This is why I really stress to you guys to moderate how much tarot you listen to, okay? Ultimately, if you're hearing 10, 15 videos a day of Mr. Right coming back to you, the person that walked away that won't communicate, this is your twin flame, they're coming back. Well, let me ask you the question. What if that message wasn't meant for you? What if all of those messages weren't meant for you? Because remember, general forecast is like the general forecast weather. It's a presumption. It is a prediction. It is not actual truth to your situation. So ultimately, if you're listening to something telling you that this is going to come back around, it's going to be perfect, happily ever after, now you're going to be waiting. Now you are going to miss opportunity after opportunity because you're waiting. Matter of fact, I had a personal reading I did. And the personal reading, this guy expressed to me how, I think it was a female. I'm not really sure on the person. It was one of my first readings I did here through YouTube. The person had said that one of the tarot readers had given them a reading and actually explained in detail what this person was going to look like that was going to come into their life. Not knocking people, but let me tell you something. The reason this person was coming to me for a reading was because they were waiting for this person, and they finally met a person that matched the description, but it wasn't turning into a relationship, and it was just a friendship. And so they're ultimately waiting for this person to open up and tell them, that they love them and that they're the twin flame and this great, great connection. But ultimately, it was really disappointing for me to read, because this person had waited their whole life and would only date people that fit that description. Ultimately, that is the same thing with tarot card readings. I'm not saying that every now and then that it's not good to hear what you want want to hear, right? It's not that it's bad, but it's not good either. Okay, this is why, again, moderation, you guys. Okay, even with me, even with the shadow work, you don't want all negative life, all negative shit in your life either. You want the equal balance of both, right? You want positive, you want hope, you want dreams, you want ambition, you want all that. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with the tarot readers giving you that. But when 99% of the tarot readings are that and not focused on shadow work, it makes it really hard for you guys to ultimately understand that there could be failure. Okay, there might not be things that work out like these readings are saying. I know I'm kind of going off on a whim, but you know, it hurts me because I know what it is to sit there and wait on somebody and wait 15 years for that person and then never return. Okay, it happens. I'm not saying that that's going to happen with you guys. Again, this person might return. I don't know. I'm not God. I can't predict the future. Okay, but ultimately there are issues that you need to face. Okay, and you do need to live your life like this person's not going to come back, because that way you're not missing opportunities. That way you're not stunting your growth. Okay, the Phoenix, right? It's all about a new phase, rekindling within you, rekindling the masculine and feminine energy. You know, the rekindling of the part of you that takes action, that is clear, that is certain, rekindling with the part of you that is emotional and trusting in loving yourself and loving others. I do feel like, honestly, this is all about renewing yourself, transforming yourself, and changing. Okay. I also feel with this card that you are going to change your mind when it comes to this person. I feel like you are going to finally, you know, put that energy where it needs to be, and that is with you. Okay, Spirit, anything else when it comes to this connection? Where we at? 57 minutes. Okay, Spirit, a few more please, and then we'll get overall advice from you. Spirit, anything else that my Tauruses need to see when it comes to this connection, the shadows within this connection? Show me what I need to see, please. Anything else, Spirit? Sunglasses, there we are, right? You're focusing on out. Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focused out. Yeah, honestly, you know, look, what was I just saying? You're sitting there waiting, right? Sitting there and waiting. The clock's at the bottom of the deck here. You're waiting on this person to come back to you. You're waiting on this person to reach out to you. You're waiting on this person to communicate with you. You're waiting, wasting time, wasting opportunities, focused on this person instead of focusing on yourself, Taurus. Straight up. Straight up. All right, so let's get some overall advice from Spirit, okay? Spirit, guardian angels, and ancestors among me, let's focus on advice for my Tauruses, please. That wasn't supposed to come out, Taurus. I apologize, okay? All right, Jason, I'll see you later. I just now saw the message, sorry. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so this reading, you guys, was obviously for a separation. Sometimes the messages will come through and it'll be for somebody who's in a relationship. I can't really control the messages or the way they come through. So have patience, Jason, if you're still on, and hopefully a relationship one will come through for you 1 week, okay? If you are interested in a personal reading, just email me and I can give you a personal reading if you're interested in, you know, issues within your relationship or whatever. But ultimately, even if you're in a relationship, okay, and there's no communication, you know, you're feeling like there's a separation, even though you guys are physically together, this can still apply in the same way, right? Allowing somebody to walk all over you, allowing somebody to, you know, be physically abusive or even emotionally abusive, all in all, has a lot to do with not, you know, creating boundaries. All right, so let's go ahead and get overall advice. Spirit, overall advice for my Tauruses, please. Overall advice for Taurus, Spirit. Overall advice for Spirit. Overall advice for Taurus, Spirit, please. Yep. Hold your vision, okay? I feel like, honestly, what it is that you're wanting, even with this person, okay? Not saying that this person is going to come back, but what it is that you ultimately want with this person, I feel like you need to erase the person, but still hold the vision on what it is that you want, right? Where are we at? Where's my Ten of Pentacles? What it is that you want. Where's the wish? Didn't the Nine of Cups come out to you? No? Either way, hold your vision when it comes to the things that you want to manifest, okay? Spirit's telling you, hold that vision. Wrong person, but still hold the vision, okay? Just because this person wasn't this 10 of Pentacles doesn't mean that you still don't deserve this 10 of Pentacles, okay? We also have surrender to the divine coming through. I feel like, honestly, this is about that time, right? Sitting there focusing on waiting for this person to come back to you. Spirit saying, no, 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 honey. Focus on you. Put your faith in me, trust in my plan, and I promise you things will work out. Again, we get so focused on the now that we tend to get wrapped up on, again, this waiting energy, right? Waiting for someone to tell you the things that you feel like you deserve. But what if that never happens? Okay, this is why Spirit's saying, hey, trust me and trust in my plan, and trust me because I see what's going to happen to you in 10 years. I see what's going to happen to you in 2 years. And although right now you don't feel the positive energy, trust me, it's coming, okay? Spirit, anything else when it comes to my Tauruses, please? Anything else? Any other messages for Tauruses? And y'all, any other advice or messages for my Tauruses, please, Spirit? A few more cards, please. 3 more cards, Spirit. 3 more cards. Spirit, 3 more cards, please. What did I say? You are good enough, Taurus, okay? I do feel like this person has made you feel like you're not good enough, right? They left you like an option. They wouldn't communicate with you. I think the one question you asked yourself the most was, damn, was I not even worth it that you couldn't even communicate with me? Like, that's got to be the shittiest feeling in the world. Someone not communicating with you, like someone that you've had a relationship with, someone that you've shared emotions with, shared memories with, and then all of a sudden they're just like, nope, no more. I don't even want to talk to you. So damn, I'm not even worth a conversation. I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? That can really play with your emotions. That can really make you feel less of, right? So Spirit's trying to tell you, you are good enough, right? Confidence is key to your success. If you're sitting here, Taurus, in this energy of, I'm never going to have what I want, I'm never going to, this person's never going to come back to me. Ultimately, you just need to understand that you need to find confidence in yourself. You need to find that self-love within yourself and attract what it is that you deserve. Don't attract this negative energy because you don't deserve this negative energy. So you need to put yourself in that stance. You need to lift up your chest, lift up your head, get over this person and move on with your life. If this person chooses to come back, they do. If they don't, they don't. Oh, well, you know what it is that you want. You know what it is that you're going after. You have divine guiding you here, okay? This came through in the beginning. This is coming through at the end. You know you're good enough. You just need to get that confidence that you need, okay? Spirit, 1 more card, please. 1 more card. One more card, Spirit. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Yeah. So I do think it's also important, yes, put your faith in divine, put your faith in the process of divine, but ultimately understand too that you still have to work hard. The working hard part, Taurus, is going to be you focusing on self-love, self-value, creating boundaries, especially strong emphasis on the give and take in a relationship. Again, this person took everything from you. So that's where you need to set up those boundaries, Taurus, and make sure that no one can take out all of you again, okay? So I do feel like, honestly, the balancing spirituality and practicality, that's what it's going to be. All right, you're going to have to understand that, yes, you have to trust in divine, trust in the failures, the accomplishments, trust in your path and your process, but also be practical and put effort into you and put practicality into your situation and the things that you're doing in life, all right? So that is all I have for you, Taurus. I hope this helps shed some light on some of the dark areas in your life. We will be doing some positive stuff, okay? Maybe the things that you want to hear a little bit more leaning into next week, right? Into the general love readings. We will be tapping into your person, where your person's energy is at. We are going to be looking at the possible outcome between you guys in the extended, but again, that's all next week, okay? So that's all I have for you for the shadows this week, you guys. I love you. Stay blessed. I am praying for you. I am sending positive energy your way. If you need any advice or anything, my email is in the description box. Send me an email. If you're interested in your personal situation and tapping into your energy, same thing. Send me an email and be like, hey, Empress Egypt, I would like a price list. I'll send you over one. Like I said, no extended this week, you guys. We only do the extendeds with the general love readings, okay? Not the shadow work readings, okay? All right, so with that being said, Taurus, I love you, my fellow Taurians. All right. I love you. Stay blessed. Blessed be. And I will see you guys next week.